everybody to come in. So. Now we're live. Good. Everything is there. All right, let's put it over there. Bring that up. Bring that up full screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy, JR, Tight Spot, John, whatever you want to call me. I'm the host of New Music Inferno, and we have a special guest here today. We have Mark Segal from the band Adam Driver, all the way from New Jersey. How you doing today, Adam? Yeah, Adam. Shit, I knew I was going to screw up that.
Mr.
How you?
Driver to you.
Yeah, Mr. Driver. How are you doing today, Mark? How's everything going?
Awesomely.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking time out of the day to be a part of the stream. And it's always an honor to have musicians here because it's like when I get people on here I don't know a lot about and I want to learn about them, that's when it's going to be a fun time. And you guys are definitely one of them. Been researching you guys, and I've listened to some of the bands growing up. Like I did listen to some Good Clean Fun back in the day. And it's cool to see you guys are still in a different project that you guys have been doing for a little bit of time now. What does this project mean to you, Mark? What does this project, for anyone who doesn't know about Adam Driver, because honestly, many people probably don't, but many people should. Where did this project start? Like, how did this project come about? I mean, honestly, you guys are all coming from different bands. Did you guys know each other while touring, or how did this band come together?
Yeah, well, everyone should know about our band because if anything, we're humble. What I would say is that we're all from New Brunswick. Musically speaking, we're all from the New Brunswick scene from back in the late 20th century. And it was all part of the Mutual Admiration Society. All of us were in bands and we all dug what we were doing. And I think that as time and everything else progressed, one band would beget the next, and before you know it, we all said, "Hey, why don't we do our own thing?" And yeah, I think that was it. I mean, Mike and Justin and myself, we started kind of tinkering around with ideas, and then Chris came into the fold a little bit later, and yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's a bunch of different points of a similar star, I guess, all coming together and creating whatever it is what we do.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and you guys have been around for almost it'll be 9 years in a couple months now, for that matter. And your full length, you guys are actually working on. This is an new EP out now called Occupants. You guys can go listen to the songs on Spotify. And you also recorded this with the same guy you recorded the last album with.
Right.
How did that go? How did this? I mean, honestly, you being that you guys have done this already with him. I have the name right here. Exeter Recordings in Freehold, New Jersey, by Joe, and mastered by Bill Henderson at Azimuth Mastering. Was this process just like you knew it when you like, did you guys already know that you wanted to go with him already beforehand because you already did something with him, or did you were like, you know what, he did a great job on the last one, let's do it again, or how did that come about in the conversation on this the process?
Joe is a very good fifth wheel. I mean, he's really good at understanding our style of music, our level of thinking. I think that he's one of those engineers that he's involved enough to make sure that a good product is always being delivered, but he's not micromanaging the band to the point where you feel like you're not really sure who's leading or who's driving. So I think that he's just a fantastic engineer. I think that he leaves a lot of room for development and a lot of opportunity for a band to come in with their own ideas and tinker, work things through. And also too, I think that all the guys in the band have a lot of experience with working with different engineers and different producers. And I would say that when you find someone that you like, someone who, you have a kinship with, like we do with Joe, I think it just makes it very easy. You don't want to mess with uh, that success, that understanding. I think it's been that. So, but we've
Is
stuck with
that
him.
the plan to go with him for the full length, or what is the plan for the full length next year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we'll go with Joe.
Okay, no
Joe's great.
brainer, no brainer there.
Yeah.
It's
Now, like I said, you don't want to mess with success. I think that when you
no, you
feel,
don't.
yeah, when you feel that you've got a good working relationship with someone who, like Joe, you just don't want to mess with it too much.
Yeah, like the old saying goes, if it's not broken, why tinker with it? I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, you see a lot of things nowadays. Like you're like, why are they changing things? I know a couple of my friends. I know, changing the topic real quick. We were talking about the new kickoff rule in football. It's like, why are we doing this? Why are we changing the rule of something that wasn't broken? Like, I mean, honestly, you being in New Jersey, in that area, I mean, honestly, you have the football crowds, and with the Giants and the Jets and uh, you know Steelers and Eagles all over the place. But why? That's just the old saying. You don't want to fix it. It's why break it when it's not. Why it needs fixed. Whatever. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
No, I
losing. I'm
mean,
stumbling on my words. Sorry.
yeah. No, no. I know what you mean. It's one of those things where, I love trying new things. I love change. I love meeting new people to work with stuff like that. Uh, but I think that, to your point, you know, that which we have developed so far, I think that he captures what we're shooting for, and I think that that's pretty good. Is it possible that in the future we would work with someone else? Who knows? Maybe. But for
Never
now,
know.
Joe's great, and I think in my perfect world, it would be the idea of having Joe always be the engineer, and then maybe having different people from a production standpoint work with us. But we'll see.
Is there plans? I mean, honestly, we're getting to the fall here. Is there plans for any dates of shows coming up here for the late 24 or early 25 as well? Or are you guys just gonna put out the LP next year and then go on tour, or what's the plan on that?
Nothing firmly said at this point. I would say that we're definitely in the hunkering down phase, that trying to make sure that we get everything together, make sure that the songs are right, make sure that we do what we need to do. Then it's the recording. Then I think we see where we go from there. Fortunately or unfortunately, we're all exceptionally busy outside of the band. So,
Mhm.
I mean, Chris with Deadguy, there's always a lot going on there. So, you know, uh, we just take it as it comes.
That's good. I mean, honestly, so this is like a little project. This is like a project that you want to, that may not work with certain projects that you guys have been in, or anything like that. How does your writing process for this record coming up, or any of the stuff that's out on the EP right now? What what is the direction you're going to, and how do you like? Was any of these songs from, like, maybe held back from older projects, or how did this EP come together?
I think what's really exciting about where we are now is I think that these three songs that were released is a true representation of the four of us as a band. I think, to your point, we were still, looking to maybe past projects and past ideas for development before these three songs. And I would say that even the last release, that, when Chris first came on board, was still sort of a crossover point, a bridge between the old and the new. And I think that these first three songs that will, eventually end up on a release, I think that they really do represent who we are as four individuals coming together to develop something cohesive. You know what I mean? So I think that uh, it's exciting to say that, no, we've actually shed our past lives when it comes to this development of the new material, which means that I think in a way it's taking a little bit longer, which is great. There's no one
There's no
behind it
there's
saying this.
no there's no really, like, any pressure for you guys to get something out. You guys want to work on it, take your time down, and get it out, because honestly, the label and everything that you guys are working with, uh, they're great people. They definitely, like, they know you have priorities, and this is a priority, but this is like not any pressure to you guys, because you guys are vets in the world of music. So it's kind of like, okay, let the crew know that they can get the record out. Let's get it done, work on it, take your time and not like, oh, it has to be done in the first quarter of 2025 or it has to be done in the second. It can be done whenever the hell you want and get it out and just work on the artwork. I mean, honestly, your guys' videos are unique, and it probably those videos take time that you guys work with your drummer Mike. How did those videos come together? How does Mike's creative mind work for the videos that are out now? I mean, honestly, I was watching the one with the people dancing and all the random ass clips that come up. How did those music videos come together? And we're gonna actually play the videos instead of going just to the Spotify. I'm gonna bring up the videos myself and put them up from the YouTubes, and we're gonna play them while we're in this interview. But how do these music videos? How does Mike's mind work, and how much input do you have, Mark? I mean, honestly, you guys are all in the band together, but how does his creative juices flow with everything going on?
I don't know. I think that, well, I mean, I think, I had done a few videos prior myself, and I think that, if, I can't speak for Mike, but what I would say is if Mike is anything like me when it comes to the development of a video, you usually have sort of a kernel of an idea. You hear a lyric or you hear a thing, and, and you kind of glom onto that. And that combined with the fact that, we're just starving artists, right? So we have to seek out free stock video footage and find what we can work with that'll fit the paradigm of the song. So, plus we're all a little bit loopy. I mean, so, it's definitely, so, you like stuff that goes fast and weird and does things, and you're like, hey, it's doing stuff, right? So I don't know. It's one of those things where, Mike probably, like I said, if he's anything like me, it's like, oh, I like things to move fast and not make too much sense, and it's fine. So
that's what drew me to you guys. I mean, the video for God, which one was it? The first one that I met, just one with the people dancing. The one for Say Anything You Want. It's cool. Like the drum beat comes in, and then just it's like people just dancing and having a good time. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be an interesting interview. Let me just snag one of these guys to come onto the show, and here we are. I mean, I was like, that drew me in. I mean, I like creativeness, and that's why I was like, you know what? I want to know why these videos are the way they are, and so that was one of my questions, for sure. And anyone out there who's watching, I mean, honestly, I know YouTube's kind of bad with algorithms, but I know my boys and girls on Twitch are definitely here. So if you guys have any questions for Mark, please do send them in on the Twitch, and we'll get them read as well. I know my boy Spartan fans out there, so we'll get some questions from the audience after the first video that we'll play here in a second. But Mark, I mean, I want to know what, since you guys have been in the music industry for a while, you guys see a lot of bands come and go. Your styles and your listening abilities that you want to listen to have, change here and there from whatever season it goes from. So the question is, what are you listening into? What is Mark from the band listening into? What is Mr. Mark Segal from Adam Driver listening into?
That's a really tough question, because I don't listen to anything that I think would be associated to Adam Driver. I get into little obsessions, and then I go from there. I know probably Mike is gonna want to throw something at me for saying this, but I've been absolutely obsessed with Paul Gilbert's version of Karn Evil 9, Second Impression from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So, what can I say? It's one of those things where it's been really fascinating. But it depends on the day, it depends on the mood. If I'm in the right frame of mind, and you probably hear it in the music, is anything Jehu oriented, Drive Like Jehu, all that kind of stuff. But it could be anything. I love stuff like the Cinemechanica stuff is great. I don't know, man. It's just whatever floats my boat that day.
Like I said, the season changes and come and go. Your music listening, like you're like, oh, let me listen to something heavy. Let me listen to something slow. Let me listen to some, alternative, outfit of bands, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or like you said, any of the stuff you said. I mean, honestly, it's definitely a lot of different stuff in between, and that's what I think drew me to the band as well. Like the different factors that is thrown together for being the bands you used to be in, and now where you're at now with this act, and it's great to see. And So let's showcase it to the world. Let me get up here right now. Let me get the YouTube up here so we can get the videos up here.
Awesome.
We're off the screen right now, but that's because we're gonna go to Adam Driver's collection of videos, and we're gonna get the first one that I mentioned. Say what you want to out so we can showcase that, because not Adam Driver. We don't want Adam Driver. Shit, we don't want to know about Kylo Ren. I typed in Adam Driver, and that I was like, oh, that's not the band. That's not the band at all. I write the right name up here. Hold on. There it is. Subscribe to your YouTube. Boom. Got it. And where is it? Oh, wait. That's not... Okay, the new video is not even on that page.
What?
Yeah, on Adam Driver 868. That was the old...
Uh-oh. Mike. To talk to Mike. What is he doing?
I don't know. There's only one... I'm like, that's not the right video. That's not even up there. Okay, because he has it on his personal page.
Oh.
Mike Polilli. I'm like, that's
because he wants everyone to follow him.
I already follow him. I'm like, why is it on Mike's page and not the band's page? So let me get it up here. Let me. Yeah, it's funny. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, there's not on the page. Let's do this. Let me. Where is it? Window capture. Driver. Boom. Why isn't it there? Hold on. I don't know what the hell is it doing. It's being weird. Oh wait, you know what? It's not there. Because I have it blocked. There it is. Boom. We're gonna close our video for a second, and we're gonna put the video up here right now. So, but they can hear you. So, Mark, go ahead and introduce this video for us. This is the Say Anything You Want video, which is available now. Go ahead and introduce it.
I love this song. Say Anything You Want. It's fast. It's furious. It has all the kind of a mixture of like the Jehu stuff. Actually, it's kind of a good example of like Jehu meets Cinemechanica in a way. So it's weird that I said those two bands specifically. So yeah, it's got a little bit of a Sonic Youthy thing at the end, which I really dig. And yeah, that's what happens when you get four guys who listen to I've been around enough to have 30 years of noise rock style music in their brains. So that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. I I like variety. I like the idea of a collection of songs where it doesn't all feel the same. I think that's really important. I think it's actually something that we've done historically. I think that we've tried to present uh just a wide swath of ideas so you don't get bored. And I think that um one of the challenges of writing songs is not getting bored. So, I wanted to make sure that when you listen to this uh collection of songs that you're like, wow, this it's all good, but at the same point, it's not, one song after the other. It's like, wow, there's another one just like the last one. So I think that what's going through my mind is the idea like how do we create just that, a collection of songs where it feels like, wow, I really went on a ride. It was a good trip. So yeah. No, that's it. You got it. Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, you got it. Hmm. Sure. Sure. Absolutely. All that stuff. It's great. Fantastic. I was just watching old Lost in Space just the other day. It's great. Oh, so there you go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. We all love Adam. Yep. Hmm. Wow. I I'm not really sure. I mean, other than the fact that I could get technical about it, about how like the idea kind of came to mind, but um, it's just this idea of having one note ring, and then in music theory it's called a pedal tone. But this idea that like you have this one note that sits, and then you have other notes go around it, um, and then you just kind of travel with it. I don't know. As far as ideas are concerned, it's just one of those things where, musically speaking, I just find that kind of idea fascinating of working around a single note and having things kind of bounce around, and then also kind of fooling around with like weird time signatures a little bit. That kind of happens if you listen to it. The fact that it kind of bounces around, but I mean, you know, it's really all Chris. I mean, Chris is the one that makes it all kind of stick together. It's the glue that works. Otherwise it's just a bunch of musical masturbation. I don't know. It's one of those things. So there you go.
All right, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here is occupant. Oh, yeah, here's Occupants by Adam Driver. And by the way, I was muted, so anyone who's listening to this interview, you hear Mark's answers, but not me talking because I accidentally muted myself. I didn't accidentally mute myself. I muted myself during the song and forgot to bring us back.
Well,
Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's all right. I'm not a noob at this. I just forget to do things sometimes because I'm just like pressing buttons, going back and forth, making sure we're on a great timeline of not having dead air. But dead air on my part, but not on Mark's, because I didn't mute Mark at all. But let's go to it right now. Here's The Occupants by the boys in Atom Driver, and we'll be right back with more with Mark after this.
I really appreciate you doing this, by the way. It's awesome.
All right, everybody, that was Adam Driver with the song Occupants, and we are back. Let me bring in Mark, and let me get that off our screen. The other music video that's about to play, which we don't want to play it because it's not. Oh, it is. It's just Adam Driver refreshing first. Oh, or not. It was an ad refreshing on our end on that. But let's close that up. But Mark, thank you again. Oh, let me close that. Let me bring that back up. God. Doing everything to make this thing work. Hold on. Pressing buttons. All right, we're back. We're back on the airwaves. And so, Mark, once again, thank you. Occupants, another great video, another great song written by you guys and done by you guys out there. And you guys can check out Dick Nixon, right? Dick Nixon?
Dale Nixon.
Yeah, yeah. You can check that video out. No, there's no video out. Is there a video out for that yet? Or no?
Forthcoming.
I spoiled it, guys. I spoiled it. Well, you guys already probably knew there's probably going to be a video for it. There's a video for the first two songs. Why not for the third?
Sure.
So Mark, let's get the answer to the question that no one heard because I was muted, like I said. But
Okay.
everyone should know this question because it's the regular ending question for everybody here because I like to give it to everybody to see what they say. So if you're going to give Occupants to any other band and artist to perform in their style and genre of music, what band or artist would you want to do, and what song would you want to do of theirs in the style of Adam Driver?
Oh, I would say I would love to hear Jesus Lizard do Occupants. I think Jesus Lizard would probably do it justice. And so I would return the favor and say that I would like us to do in the style of Adam Driver, which wouldn't be too hard, being that we love Jesus Lizard as well. Maybe something off a Liar like Gladiator or Boilermaker or something like that.
Okay, all right. I would love to see that. That would be an interesting take on some of their stuff. I've heard of them. I'm not really familiar with their catalog, but I will go check that out. Since you like most of the time, I check out the bands that the artists say because some of the bands are like maybe sometimes I know them, and then sometimes they're like I don't know them. I've heard of them, but I don't know them. But that's awesome. I like that. I like that you
Yeah.
chose them, and that just gives me something to listen to.
You'll love them. They're impossible not to love. They're fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.
What style and genre? What kind of stuff? Real quick, for anyone who has never heard of them too.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean it's they're tastemakers. So I think it's kind of hard to put a real finger on the pulse of what makes Jesus Lizard what they are. I would say that so many bands paid homage to them that I would say it's hard for me to say what I mean they're all in the same category as like maybe like a Fugazi or whatever because it's all from that same time period. But man, they're their own thing. Yeah, I don't even want to sell them short by trying to describe them. All I would say is just go listen to them. Liar, listen to the record Liar or Goat, something like that. It's great. It's all great stuff.
All right. All right. I will. I will go listen to it. I will. After I write that. You know what? After this interview, I'm gonna get off air. I'm gonna take 20 minutes to listen to some Jesus Lizard, and then come back to game. Because I have a lot of gaming to do and a lot of stuff to do on that end.
But let me know what you think.
I will. I will tweet. I will message. I will message this interview to your people and let them know. Let them know what I think about Jesus Lizard. Let them know what I know. Or
Awesome.
what I feel, how I feel about the band and all that. But Mark, real quick before we go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you guys on the socials and the websites.
Oh, we are where you would expect us to be, whether it be, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of beeswax X.
Yeah, it's not how you spell it though. It's not how you spell it with the regular Atom. It is
Atom Driver NJ. We are an NJ band.
AT0MDRIVERNJ. So go on the Instagram. It is regular spelled atomdriver.bandcamp.com, and then Facebook is the same way as the Instagram. So guys, go follow them, go like them, go wait for their new music video, which is coming out forthcoming, like we said, and tour dates and new album next year. I'm excited because then you know what, when I see that email come through for that new record next year, I hope I can have you guys come back and we'll talk more about the new record when it comes out.
Sounds awesome.
All right, everybody. We're going to head out here real quick. I don't know who to raid out to. Let's see who's on real quick so we can raid out to somebody. But Mark, again, thank you so much. Let me go back here. What the hell? Come on. Come on. I hate this new app. What the hell? I really do. Let's go. Because it used to just have all the people you were live with, or that were live on your feed, and now it's all just like it's a TikTok feed. I don't know if my buddy's live. Let me go check real quick and see if my buddy Shano, who is from Philly, is live. Maybe he is. He should be, because he was trying to collaborate with me, which is this new button on TikTok.
Philly, that's my old hometown, Philadelphia. So
yeah. Well, he was trying to get me this band. I don't know if you've heard of 1916. They're Mark. Have you heard of that band?
Name's familiar.
They're based out of Rochester, New York, but the lead singer is now, so Shano is live, so we're going to go to Shano. He's playing a little COD, so why not go over there to him, and let's do that. So thank you so much, Mark. We're going to raid out here, and we're going to send this interview over to your people so they can send it over to you.
Awesome.
So Mark, thank you so much. Oops, let me bring up the Zoom real quick. But Mark, thank you so much, my friend. You have a great rest of your evening, and continued success to you and the gentleman of Atom Driver.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. And everybody, that was New Music Inferno. We'll see you all next week with more musical guests forthcoming as well. So love you all, guys, and peace out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.